Hi, it's Will from Monstervine, and I'm here with Alex from Remerge Games. We're going to talk about Skullgirls, which is their latest downloadable fighting game. So what's the premise of Skullgirls?
So basically, the engine is influenced by Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but it's like fixed and improved, so things like infinites are prevented in the game. In terms of the way the game looks, it's like kind of going for like a unique look, but heavily influenced by Japanese-style fighting games.
Okay. So a lot of the stuff is hand-drawn. Right?
Yes.
So what's the influences from stuff like that?
You mean like the art style influences?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the styles that I pick up, I like to mix between East and Western sources. So there's stuff like Shane Glines and Bruce Timm kind of influence mixed with like George Kamitani, Hiroyuki Imaishi, Dan X stuff. Also like Capcom classics like Nishimura Kinu, Akiman. Like all these artists that I looked up to kind of influenced how what kind of parts of my style I picked up and kind of mixed them in my own version, I guess.
So you have control over the creative direction of the game. Like how does that work in like picking out what kind of fighting styles you want to draw into?
Well, in terms of the style, since it's influenced by the versus games, there's like there's that aspect. So like Marvel vs. Capcom kind of style level of franticness. Also like Guilty Gear, Darkstalkers, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. These are all influences to me in terms of like the kind of style of attacks or the kind of humor or the kind of pacing that you might see in the game. So I guess those are the things that influence kind of that. Also, of course, things like what the character's personality and playstyle would be like influence what kind of moves they have. For example, like Peacock's a zoner character, but she's also like a very retro cartoon kind of character. So a lot of things that she does are influenced by these decisions. And also her personality kind of is reflected in how she plays.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the characters are kind of out there more than your typical like fighter game.
Right, we definitely wanted kind of like a dark, cute, violent kind of sense of humor to it. So it's kind of this mix, and of course, like it's all girls, but they're not just like girly girls. They're actually like monster girls, I guess you could say, in that sense. So there's more of a certain kind of bite to them than you might see in other all-female games.
What type of modes are you aiming for right now? You're showing off the like versus.
Right. Yeah. So of course there's like versus and online and arcade mode. Like a single-player experience would be like arcade mode stuff, and in terms of also single player or things that we're trying like a more extensive like tutorial training mode type thing that would help bring even newcomers to the genre up to speed, and not just like how to play the character, but like how to play the system. Like to really teach people how properly to play fighting games and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
So you're definitely creating like a learning curve for.
Right. Yeah. We want to make sure that we can ease people into the game, like not just drop them in cold water and let them experiment. We will have that element where they can experiment, but we'll also be teaching them how to play fighting games in general.
All right, great. So when can we expect Skullgirls to be out?
Right now it's slated for later this year. Yeah.
On what platform?
Oh, Xbox Live Arcade and PSN.
All right, great. Thank you for your time.
Cool, thank you.
Just wait for the encore.